This guy came across my timeline. This is Mick Mad. He's got a wildly interesting, like, sketchy looking, he says not a bread tuber, and then has the most bread tuber profile picture of all time. He's definitely not a fan of Ethan Klein. We can see from this thumbnail right here, which I am not going to raid for you guys because I don't want to lose my monetization on this video the moment it's uploaded. But wild, absolutely wild. We sweet content cop Willie Mack can't stop sweeping. I had my own criticisms of that video, but I don't think he swept. I think it made Destiny look really bad. But obviously he's not a fan of Ethan. He's not a fan of, like, a lot of people, but he made a video on Nicholas DeOrio. Now, I'm a fan of Nicholas DeOrio. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm like a stan or anything. I enjoy his content. I'm now like encroaching on being like I'm a commentary YouTuber. I also do video game content, and when you're a commentary YouTuber, there's going to be people that cover things a lot, or in real detail, a lot of detail. There's going to be people that you're going to look to see what's going on, maybe get some information that you might have missed. And there's people like Chud Logic, Nicholas DeOrio used to be Tom Dark, and then he left, and I'm taking that place. Tom, you go back to your Tricky Tom channel because I've got this place now. I'm the poop maxer now, you stupid silly boy. But anyways, I saw this. It was F. Nicholas DeOrio, and I was interested to see what was going on here. Now, I listened to a little bit of this when I saw it pop up today, and I said, oh my god, I gotta listen to this on stream. This is so bad faith, like incredibly bad faith. Like out of the gate, it's one of the worst things I've ever heard, and I'm just excited to just like go insano mode on this.
Who is this cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
The left has gone insane. Pedophilia is evil, and Hasan bad. I had to say that off the bat so that the histrionic paper-skinned commentary freaks wouldn't have a panic attack before they could grab their inhalers. I love criticizing people.
Dude came out right away, and he obviously, let's get to him. He's obviously really upset that he's going to get pushback on this, which obviously so. You're taking, like, this is the thing, dude, and I understand this too. Every time I make a video on any creator whatsoever, doesn't matter who it is, I know I'm gonna get pushback. I know I'm gonna have a bunch of people really mad in the comments. I don't care, it's fine. I know that there's gonna be a few people that agree with me, and they will sub, and eventually I will have more of people that are agreeing with me than disagreeing with me. That's just how it works. When you're smaller, you get more hate because of the fact that that you're, especially when you're talking about drama, you're gonna be talking about people with much bigger audiences than you. But this guy is coming out scorched earth. He's already like, you can't say that I'm a Hasan stan. You can't say, like, I love it, bro.
All do. I've criticized lots of people on this channel, and on more than one occasion, there have been enlightened, level-headed intellectuals in my comment section ready to—
Dude. I've had this same thing come after me. I've had the same thing, and it's fine, dude. I don't mind it. I don't. It doesn't like get to me. I literally what I do. I comment to every comment that comments on my videos. Every single one. I try to. They took the time to comment. I'll comment back. Also, it's good for engagement, so I keep it going that way. But I don't feel like it's ever necessary to take a bunch of screenshots and make an intro out of a video of it
to happily share their nuance with me. I've never been under the delusion that my takes will be popular, so I don't care if people shit on me for them, because at the end of the day, I'm still right and you're not. While I might hold off on giving
I mean, that's objective as shit. Like, are not objective. Subjective as shit. That is so subjective. There's the fact that you can come in and be like, well, I'm right, you're wrong. Hey, look at these people that got mad at me. None of them affect me at all. I just put them in the video because you need to know you guys are a bunch of fucking mouth-breathing, drooling heads. Dude's definitely super pressed. Definitely super pressed. This shit definitely gets to him. Every time he opens up his video, or he opens up his YouTube studio, he just gets so upset. He goes to sleep. He cries about it really, really hard. He gets in the shower, still dressed, full like ugly anime crying tears, but he's gonna let you know that's not how he really feels.
my opinions about every single creator right off the bat. I also don't like to just criticize people based on what's popular or safe. I'd rather just read Wikipedia articles on stream at that point. So yeah, I already know people are gonna cry because I'm criticizing Nicholas.
By the way, I don't like Destiny. I really don't like Destiny. I haven't liked Destiny ever. And it's one of those things that it's like, it's funny because of this drama. You're gonna be like shifted into, people like are gonna make assumptions, and that's, when this video started and he made those comments about like Hasan and stuff, I'm like, okay, so he's gonna have some similar talking points to Hasan in this video. Understandable, and he doesn't want it to be like conflated. But then he went on to just like go fucking like schizo mode. Just super pressed about it. It's just so funny. Like, yeah, dude, you're getting a fan base that has like an already design. They've already have a built-in enemy, and they're going to lump you in with that enemy. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you tell them in the comments or whatever that you don't like Ethan Klein or you don't like Destiny. That doesn't matter to them. They're just as mad as you are because you decided to talk about their favorite creator.
DeOrio, because apparently Nicholas DeOrio isn't always the safest option to make a video on. I'm aware. I don't care. If you have a problem with this, go watch him instead. He'll tell you exactly everything you want to hear. This isn't a safe space.
By the way, Nicholas DeOrio, I will say, I think he usually does an incredible job with coverage, but the dude definitely holds a grudge and like consistently wants to burn like a half witch hunt people, right? And that's what most drama people. Like, I'm not saying that I don't do it. I obviously have made 87 million videos on Hasan and Idubbbz. I am not a fan of them. I will never be a fan of them. I find them to be disgusting individuals. So I am going to talk as much poop as possible on them. That's just how it's gonna be, and that's how like most of the commentary community is. Yeah, you find a drama, yeah, you either pick a side or you criticize both sides, or you stand your ground and you just throw poop, or you stand entrenched on your side, talking about it, how the other side's wrong. Now, I think there has been some, like, especially with the Ethan Klein Hasan thing, I think there has been some uncharitability thrown at Hasan. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it, but like when I see people like talking about getting him deplatformed and how he should be kicked off the platform and stuff, I'm so free speech that I always talk out against that. I always do. And I feel like I'm always fair in that regard, at least, even though I will disagree with like 90% of the way he's going about it, even though Hasan himself doesn't believe in free speech. He's talked out tons of times how people should be taken off the platform because he considers them like white supremacists when he's just using it as a buzzword. But I truly do believe in freedom of speech, so I don't think that he should be taken off. When he gets banned, all like his one-day bans, and people are celebrating it, I know that it's just there to make him look like a martyr, and it's only gonna like entrench his fan base even harder. So I do feel like I try to be as fair as I possibly can be, even though I don't like the person.
For you jack-offs. Because let me be absolutely clear, I have nothing but contempt for you people, and I will exercise every inch of my power to maintain a 60-40 majority of people with an IQ above 60 wherever I go, no matter how many 10-7s you try to commit.
I also love how much this guy wants to tell you how much smarter he is than everybody else. He is, we're all intellectual midgets, guys. We're all over here just, this guy's actual peak commentary. He's not a breadtuber, guys. This isn't a breadtube video. This is commentary tube. This is commentary loaf. We got commentary loaf right here telling us that we're the idiots, and he's super smart. He's smarter than all of us, and everything he says is going to be based in 100% accurate. He's not going to leave out any context. This is going to be a perfect video.
In my comments section. For all the goys who didn't catch that, here's a translation. If you're a Nicholas DeOrio fan, kill your...
Dude, they've done...
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, dude's definitely coming at this with good faith, dude. Like he said, dude, he's gonna come at it like he's the smart one. He's gonna be really like fair about it. But actually, Jesus Christ. I have never said anything like that at Hasan's fan base. I've called them cultists and stuff because I think they are. But come on, dude.
Done it again. They've tricked me into watching another Israel-Palestine video.
Be a war crime. It literally...
I have learned nothing. Everything I've learned is against my will, dude. They've tricked me yet again.
What you're basically saying is you're completely uninformed on the actual reason there was an entire falling out between Hasan and Ethan in the first place.
No, he is not saying that. He is not saying that, you disingenuous bastard. You stupid... God damn it. I thought you were smart, bro! Bro, I thought thought you were smart. I thought you were super intelligent, super genius, man. And we were all idiots. But we don't understand the nuances of everything. You absolute moron, bro. You fucking... Oh, God. Right away. He wasn't pro-Palestine enough in Hasan's eyes. Hasan believes that all acts, even acts of terrorism, are for the good of the cause. Ethan does not. That was the difference. They agreed on everything else until Hasan was basically like, glass Israel, and Ethan was like, I don't want to go that far. I really don't like when any civilians die, which I agree with. I don't like when civilians die on either side. I don't support groups like Hamas. I don't support groups like the Houthis. And I feel bad for the Palestinians who like protest them. And like I see both sides of that as well. I mean, there's so much nuance on this, and how there's like Hamas and the Houthis have taken over areas, and they're running it like tyrannical governments. But we're not going to talk about that. We're only going to talk about how bad Israel is, which they are bad, and they deserve the criticism. But to pretend that there's no criticism that can be levied because of the fact that there was atrocities that happened, get the fuck out of here. There's so much nuance to this, and Hasan reads this shit from black and white, and that's not what it is. And that was where the divide happened. Like, if you want like the actual stupid fucking political breakdown, you're painting it in black and white, you're being bad faith, and like to act like you have to care about that. I don't fucking care about this conflict. Like, in terms of, like, I care because people are dying, but I don't, like, spend my day researching everything that has to do with Israel-Palestine. And this motherfucker doesn't care either. Dude pretends he cares so much and then drinks his Dr. Pepper happily on stream, even though he cares about the ban list so much. Dude lies constantly. Every fucking second word to come out of this little douchebag's mouth is a lie. And the fact that you're sweeping for him right now is proving to me that your opening segment was you were using it as a shield to try to make it seem like you're not glazing right now, and that's what you're doing. Like you're acting like Ethan is this bad, evil super Zionist, and that's only people who are saying that are idiots like him. The like normal people see that Ethan is not like that.
You don't actually know why they disagree or why Ethan is getting shit at all. You can scoff, but the reality is that...
I mean, like, everyone knows why Ethan's getting shit. Like, if you pay 2 seconds to what the drama is, everyone knows why Ethan's getting shit. It's because these people are fucking spurting out. And the moment for me that made me so into this drama is the fact that they went after his family, and the fact that, like, right away, you're like, oh, well, we gotta go back to the beginning, and we're just gonna paint it as Nicholas DeOrio is being stupid because he doesn't want to learn to get into the politics of it. You shouldn't have to get into the politics of it. When you get these spats, and one guy's consistently always lying, Ethan has lied a lot in the past too. I'm not saying he hasn't, but in this situation, his fans are fucking rabid like psychopaths, and they're like sending him like skulls, and they're fucking calling CPS. This is later down the line, but the fact that it got to that point just because he had the audacity to say that maybe we shouldn't kill all the Israelis, like maybe that's the take we'll have.
There's historical context behind this YouTuber beef, and you're proudly announcing that you don't even want to learn about that. Of course, there is a very logical explanation to all of this. If you were a little bit more...
I mean, here's what we can do. Like, I'm gonna let this play a little longer, but I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna go to Nicholas DeOrio's channel and see if he covered when there was the fallout.
Informed on Israel-Palestine, you would put yourself directly at risk of recognizing any of the valid criticisms people make of Ethan's position, which you
well, there is valid like, you can have valid criticisms, but that's not what this is ever, like, that's not what this is anymore. That's not what this drama is about anymore. This drama has surpassed that a long time ago. Like, yes, it is still a crucial aspect of this, but what keeps happening is, people in the, like, in the what I don't remember what they're called, like the not commies but commies, they're like I don't know, these camps over here is they conflate everything. So Ethan will talk about the harassment because of CPS and everything, and then they're just like, well, he's just saying that because he wants people to have sympathy for his movement, and it's just like it goes back to or anti-Palestine, every pro-Zionist thoughts, and it's just so disingenuous. The dude could literally has said so many times that he wants like a 2-state solution, that he wants like all these different solutions, but none of those are good enough. What you want is somebody to echo your exact opinion, which is not how the world works.
really mean to say is that you don't want to learn about this conflict, because if you were to approach this entire situation with any objectivity, you might have to stake out an actual position and
Well, yeah, but it gets we're covering drama. We're covering, like, the back and forth between these two. Like, yes, we're going to have to touch on it. And what Nicholas, I watched that stream that he was talking about, is it's so fucking funny. And the highlight there was because every time, instead of talking about the actual drama, instead of talking about, like, the shit throwing that was going back and forth, that a lot of it was what Hasan was starting, no, and his community was starting, no, well, we need to bring this back to how Ethan is a genocidal maniac, which makes no fucking sense. By the way, neither of these two, if these guys, if Ethan changed his position tomorrow to where he was like, Hamas, most base thing ever, the Houthis, awesome. If that was Ethan's words tomorrow, and they just, him and Hasan made out for 30 minutes on camera, the war in the Middle East is still going to keep going. Nothing's going to change. Like, the fact that we're acting like this is like, you're doing a betterment for the world by like crapping on Ethan Klein every 2 seconds is so retarded. And that's kind of the point he was highlighting, that it's like they're utilizing this conflict to try to win a drama beef.
jeopardize your current perch on Ethan's hog. So fuck it, just pretend the entire thing is stupid and proudly announce that you don't know anything at all. Of course, the catch with this tactic is that you actually have to shut your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. But if you did that, you wouldn't be able to contribute to the yoslighting, which got Ethan thinking an anime sword was an anti-Semitic dog whistle. As you can imagine,
that definitely, oh my god, dude. This is such a stupid point. Like, oh my god. The dude ate up every bit of propaganda that they have thrown his way. Every single bit of propaganda that has been like levied toward or at Ethan Klein, he's eaten it up to the extreme. Like, again, everyone, when they saw the sword like posted on Twitter, they were like, suspect, but it's a bleach sword. And then the moment anybody did any little deep dive or any look back into it, and they found out Hasan bought the sword because it looked like a swastika, they called it a swastika sword. Until like the last time he talked about it other than this drama was like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, and he didn't even read or watch Bleach. He bought it because it was a swastika sword. So why the fuck are you using it in your content cop Israel? Like, what other reason? Oh, the other swords are too heavy. These motherfuckers are like the kings of safe edgy, the kings of shifting blame. That's what they do. They find useful idiots and they employ those useful idiots to go do their dirty work. They're the ones crawling through the cum in the sewers every day, and then they watch them do the crawling in, and then they're like, well, no, it was that guy crawling. I was the one crawling. It was that guy. Even though I streamed every second of him in there. I talked about how based he was. I actually am not that guy, though.
At all. Of course, the catch with this tactic is that you actually have to shut your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. But if you did that, you wouldn't be able to contribute to the yoslighting, which got Ethan thinking an anime sword was an anti-Semitic dog whistle. As you can imagine, for a guy who loves to hear himself talk and constantly snickers at his own jokes on stream, shutting the fuck up is almost impossible. So all you end up with is a blithering idiot who is incapable of hiding his blatant hog riding because he's desperate to push even the dumbest narratives as long as it benefits the streamer he has chosen to strap himself to. He doesn't care. In my experience, one of the greatest rules of the commentary space we occupy is that if you spot an act of soylentry in the wild, you get to feel very smug about yourself. That's how the game works. Someone gives a bland, unoriginal, progressive take, and you get to make fun of it because you're not soy. Everybody was wearing their very smart thinking caps when Boblax said non-binary is awesome and valid. That's a soy take.
Oh my god, dude. He was fucking virtue signaling. We're gonna sweep for Boblax now. This is so great. This is actually perfect. This is actually perfect how he doesn't know. So this is a problem that a lot of people have, like, where they're like, oh, well, we care about context. You guys are just a bunch of idiots who don't care about context. But, by the way, the reason that everybody was mad at Boblax was because he's trans. That's the reason why. That's such bullshit. That is not why people had a problem with Boblax. It has never been the problem. The only person who says it's the reason for that is Boblax. Boblax uses it as a shield.
we all said. That's just a safe baseline statement you're making, so the queers will clap like seals and support you. At least that's what I was saying to myself. Why were we all so capable of pointing this out? Was it our own intelligence? Our own capacity for observing a certain behavior? No, it's because Boblax is a
They them.
I mean, come the fuck on. Let's just call it what it is. He's a
They them.
People hate that. So when a
They them.
gives a baseline, safe, unoriginal take, it's soy. But because DeOrio's tits are due to obesity and not estrogen, because DeOrio's pallid, flabby,
This is so bullshit. This is not like, I'm gonna have a Boblax moment. I'm gonna have a Boblax freak out right now. I'm gonna screech into the fucking mic and just lose my cool because that's how you win arguments. According to, like, this is how this guy would win an argument too. What a retard, bro. Like, that's not what this was ever about, bro. This is where I got to, where I said I needed to stop this and I needed to watch this on stream because
disgusting.
there is something very important to watch here. There's something that a lot of people try to sweep for, and let's get into what Boblax is and why people actually had a criticism of Boblax. Here is the drama all surrounding. We got like, let's see, I don't know, like 10 minutes here. We're gonna go on a little side journey here for like 10 minutes and look at the whole drama behind Boblax and his non-binary garbage, right? Like what actually happened behind it. Let's check it out.
Boblax tweeted out, "Non-binary people are badass and valid, by the way." Turkey Tom replied, "Thank God you chimed."
Which is funny. Turkey Tom was hitting it with jest, bro. Because this is the type of stuff in the commentary community they do all the time where they make fun of each other. This is the type of guy Tom is. He made a joke. And bro, like, spurgs out because of it.
Okay, bro, I just wanted to say something I was thinking. Like tweeting, "I love pineapple on pizza." I'm not trying to virtue signal. Sucks that I can't compliment something without it becoming a big deal because it's politically and socially divisive. Praise Skibbity or perish.
Like, dude hit him with another joke. And he's like, time to write novels. Let's get really upset by this. It's time we get really annoyed.
I don't know why you felt the need to chime in and call it cringe like that. I'm just trying to be nice and
He never called it cringe. He literally just made fun of you for just a random virtue signal tweet. That's anybody who looks at that. I remember when he tweeted it, I'm like, why, Boblax? Like, what? Okay, cool. You're saving the world one tweet at a time, Boblax.
express a genuine thought I have. Why does any of this matter? It doesn't. Josh made a cringe tweet, got slightly made fun of for it. Everyone just goes their separate ways. But Boblax had different plans. He was so angry at this reply from Tom that he went in Nick's DMs saying this.
"I want to vent and not do anything rash, but bro, what the fuck? I'm just trying to be nice to my fans, and Tom ruins the vibe. I don't know, I'm probably sensitive right now."
Dude just started seething at Nicholas DeOrio's replies. Like, this is the shit that Nicholas DeOrio was dealing with Boblax.
But it's just not fucking nice considering I was making my fans feel validated, and I enjoyed seeing that. Now my thread is ruined!
Nick then responds, giving him a calm explanation why people think he's virtue signaling, and Bobby says,
"I'm non-binary. That's why I tweeted it. I told Slacker 3 years ago. You can confirm it with him. It's why I had long hair." And tweets like that.
Dude just was like, here, man, this is what happened with people think you're virtue signaling. We have no context for this. Boblax is like, what?
That, and the response to it is why I will never be public about it. If you tell anyone we can't be friends, I'm that serious. It's also why I like trans women. I know I didn't tell you, but at least trust that I'm not a virtue signaling faggot. I'm not retarded. I know.
Dude, bro. Dude, this is what's so funny about Boblax, and what's so funny about like people acting like Nicholas DeOrio's the bad guy in this situation is people forget that Boblax, like, it was vicious as hell against anybody who ever had the audacity to talk against him. If you had the audacity to say anything in Boblax's direction, he would spurg out. This is the same thing that happened to Idubbbz, bro. Where once people started clowning on him, he couldn't handle it. A lot of these people love being the big bully, but once they start getting bullied, they start using like virtue signaling, cry bullying, all these other tactics to make it so that they can be back on top, but just in a different kind of way.
Oh, psychologic, I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill with gender dysphoria. I know I'm mentally ill and have gender dysphoria. It's not a fun condition to have. I don't want to be non-binary. But I'm not a fake fuck like Keffels or any of these woke-ass bitches. I'm strong in my beliefs and principles, and I don't believe in fairy tale zir/zim shit. So don't even try pulling that on me. I'm so tired of being treated like a retard, like the dumbass of the group, because I suffer from mental illness. It's not nice. I like teasing and shit talk, but it goes too far.
Boblax eventually deleted it.
Bro, it was the simplest joke. Like, this is the thing that started it was, thanks for chiming in. That's all that happened. That's all that, and Bo Blacks went absolutely like banana monkeys mode on the beat, bro. He went full Mayo Monkey on the beat. Like that's his like Twitter name, or like his second channel is Mayo Monkey. So he went full Spurg mode, dude. And this is like something Bo Blacks has done for years. When Bo Blacks starts using or losing an argument, he just starts screeching into the mic as loud as possible and throwing a little tantrum. And before, people just laughed and like, oh, it's just Bobby. Look at that. And people started to realize that he's been doing this for years, and it caught up with him to the point that people were like, dear God, have we just been like enabling this? And that's what they were doing.
His non-binary tweet out of frustration. So Twitter user Alex Gekmo archives the tweets, posting them with the caption, Bo Blacks is tweaking right now. Josh didn't like this. Only he is allowed to archive people's most embarrassing and cringe moments. He DMs him.
Can you please delete the tweets?
By the way, one of the things that pushed Bo Blacks into the stratosphere of being like popular on YouTube was the fact that, and yeah, this video, I forgot to tell you what this is. This is by Lyrics. Bo Blacks, the internet's biggest crybaby. So this is something that's so funny that Bo Blacks for years, his whole channel was like archival, and he got like struck by like Pokimane, and because that a lot of the internet went to bat for him. But soon as he gets in a little drama, or as soon as there's something he doesn't like, well, now he wants it taken down, and he's not afraid to use the copyright system to make him look good, to take down things he doesn't like. So he's the biggest hypocrite ever, and that was one of the problems. It's like all this stuff was conflating problems he had in the past that had been kind of swept for by this community, which I think Nicholas DeOrio and Augie and all these motherfuckers should have held this dude to the fire a lot earlier than they did, and I think they enabled him for way too long, and that boosted his ego. So when they started noticing it, because you don't really notice this shit about your friends until it's too late, when they started noticing that he was just like a really disingenuous hypocrite, that it was it got to the point that it was too late, and he tried to utilize his gender ideology as a shield, exactly what he said he wasn't gonna do, like Keffels does. He did exactly what Keffels does.
Sorry to ask, but I've legit had a mental break. Sorry for the trouble. I know it sounds gay, but I do legit need a mental refresh, and I'm gonna touch grass for a week. I'd appreciate if you could do that for me so I can leave for a bit without this stress over me.
He said this on the 21st. He was posting on Twitter the entire week. This is another Bo Blacksism. He'll use his mental health or personal reasons as an excuse to guilt trip people into doing what he wants. But Alex responds, they're just goofy tweets. I don't think it's that deep.
I'm asking for a favor, not an opinion, no offense. I swear I don't tell you to do it anymore. I know it's frustrating and not a big deal for most people, but I just like this thing in particular taken down. Sorry for being weird. Also, you said you'd chill if I'm going through shit.
And this is where the guilt tripping gets taken up a notch. Bo Blacks invokes
Dude, it's so gross. It's so gross because again, Bo Blacks has utilized this stuff in the past to like he's utilized like people like coming to bat for him for fair use and for archival purposes. But when other people do it against Bo Blacks, it's not okay, dude. It's time that I guilt trip you. I'm Bo Blacks. I'm the big voice. I will ruin you.
Statement that Alex said to him a year ago where he wrote, if you're ever going through some shit, just let me know and I'll chill. I hope everything is fine with your sister. The reason he said this back then, though, was that Bo Blacks told him he just recently had to stop his sister from committing suicide. So yeah, of course the guy's gonna say, oh, Jesus, man, I'll chill. Sorry you're dealing with that. And him invoking the thing that Alex said in that context to now delete goof.
Dude, it's gross. It's gross. Like you talk about like something that personal that happened to you. This guy's like, yeah, dude, I'm so sorry you're going through that. I'll pull the screenshots, whatever. It's no big deal. And then you use it again and again. So you're using like a traumatic thing that happened to your sister and you to just constantly get yourself out of trouble. It's
goofy and embarrassing tweets that he posted is him being purposely manipulative to get what he wants. But it wasn't just this case. Bo Blacks was doing the same shit in 2023 again when he brought up his sister's attempted suicide in the first place. He made a tweet trying to accuse Pokimane of sexualizing herself in one of her shorts she uploaded. Another dumb drama, but again, this goes to show that when Josh doesn't like someone, he will try and take every little opportunity to get an own over them, and Pokimane has enough.
And that's what he's always done. He does it against Keemstar. He's done it against Destiny, which again, dude, I don't like Destiny. I can understand it, but Josh goes so bad faith that he's constantly trying to just witch hunt them to the point that he doesn't even care if he's lying. He will lie, he will slander, he will do whatever he has to do to make him look right and them look bad, and that's disgusting.
Another person like Destiny he holds a huge grudge over, but people called him out on this tweet that he was wrong, and in reply he made some tweets on his private account saying how everyone correcting him is delusional, but then admits that he didn't even watch the full video. Another impulsive, embarrassing fuck up he made, and Alex posted screenshots of these tweets saying, "A story in 2 parts," and Archive Blacks kicked him off his private account for that. Which, by the way, here are DMs of Alex asking if it's okay to post tweets from his private 3 months prior, and Josh says, "I don't mind, thanks for asking." But now with this content,
Dude, it's everything Bo Black says, he changes. He flip-flops every fucking 2 seconds. This is the problem.
text going back to the DMs, a day later he says,
The reason I kicked you from my private was because yesterday.
By the way, though, no. The only reason the commentary community got mad at Bo Blacks and has problems with him is only because he's non-binary, guys. It's only because of his gender, guys. It has nothing to do with all this other shit, guys.
Today I was trying to stop my sister from committing suicide while all the poke stuff was going on. I couldn't vent IRL, so I used my private, and then you started reposting publicly to get me in more trouble. Something I couldn't deal with that day, so I removed you.
noticing a pattern. Another invocation of fill-in-the-blank personal issue is happening to me right now to excuse my hypocritical and dumb actions. And the first time he did this with Alex, the guilt trip worked. He got what he wanted with Alex deleting the tweets out of sympathy. But now skipping back ahead to July 2024, since Bo Black saw that this worked before, he thought to try his luck a second time, but unfortunately fell short. Alex responds, "I'm not asking for a favor, not an opinion, lol. You could take that attitude and go kick Matt Jarbo's boulders. My tweets are literally screenshots of what you said on Twitter. I don't know why it's bothering you so much, but you should figure it out and fix it before someone meaner than me starts picking up on the shit and blows it up to a king of nothing or tipster level. Petty retarded tweets
And this is exactly what happened. He should have taken this advice. He should have taken this advice, and he wouldn't have any of these problems right now. But instead of taking the advice of what people are trying to help, like, hey, dude, like, listen, you're being goofy online. You're getting called out for it. Maybe you should chill your rhetoric online a little bit. Maybe take that break you said you were going to take, and you won't turn into the next tipster. And what happened to Bo Blacks? Instantly turned into the next tipster because he couldn't chill. Dude had no chill and screwed over his own career.
like mine shouldn't bother you like that. Bo Black panics at this. His strategy didn't work, so now
But wait. No. This is all because he's non-binary. That's the real problem. It wasn't all this other stuff.
to get aggressive.
So you just lied when you said you'd delete shit about me if I said I was going through it. You can't just do that and expect me to respect you. I also said no offense, you fucking pussy.
The context of that was you said you were dealing with your sister's suicide attempt and you were already getting ass blasted by the rest of the internet, so I felt fine deleting my shit. Comparing that shit to me posting screenshots of you having a funny overreaction to Tom is completely dishonest. Bo Black says,
This is worse than that situation, but I really don't want to have to share details to prove it. All I'm asking for is a favor. Sorry for being overly aggressive. As I said earlier, I had a mental break today from other stuff in my life and I'm not well, so just please delete it and forget this ever happened, bro. What the fuck?
and after Alex does
Bro, it's just... he's so disingenuous.
bend to Bo Black's will this time around, he blocks him and runs to Nick's DMs to rant about him.
One last thing before I AFK, because I'm getting unhinged mad at everything, but Alex Gekmo is a fucking retarded faggot.
But in the same week, the biggest case of Bo Black's using his mental health to stave off criticism is him lying about a BPD diagnosis to multiple people to excuse his indefensible actions.
Here we go. He lied. This is it. This is another crucial thing about what Bo Blacks did is he utilized the fact that he was telling people, and he never 100% said that he had BPD, but he was saying like, I'm 90% sure of my BPD. He was like making BPD this big thing, but in all reality, he was just being Boogie 2988 without all the clout.
Who's this BPD bitch, dude? Report.
After his meltdown in Alex's DMs, within the next 48 hours, he tells him he has BPD and to not leak these DMs showing his erratic behavior.
Don't leave.
See, I think when he told Nicholas DeOrio, he thinks he's 99% sure he had a BPD, but everyone else, he says he had BPD. So he lied about a diagnosis that real people have, that real people are going through, and just to get sympathy and to not get made fun of online.
But I got help, I have BPD, and I got new meds. Sorry for freaking out. I'm just not myself right now. You can leave the tweets up if you want, but yeah, I'd appreciate at least if you didn't mention this DM convo, though. And I'm not being crazy because of the tweet, it's because of other stuff in my life, and I just, yeah, I don't know, can't explain, I just need to be offline for a bit. Sorry again about snapping, I feel so embarrassed, haha.
He knows how bad his previous messages will make him look as the archive guy, so he uses the BPD to his advantage to get people to keep quiet about it. Blame the BPD, not me and my character, but he never even had it. He was never diagnosed.
Yeah, I lied about having BPD.
He gets asked about this on stream and admits it.
Okay. And what did they tell you at the ER? What did the doctor say?
They said to take the medication and follow up in a week if it's working.
Did they give you any indication that you had?
No, guys, wait, none of this is happening. This is all figment of our imagination. Remember, guys, it's all because Josh is non-binary, right? It's all because Bo Blacks is non-binary, he's trans, and that's the reason everybody was mad at him. It wasn't all this other stuff. Not at all. It was none of that.
had borderline personality disorder.
I talked with them about the possibility of it, and they said it's possible, but I'd need like more. They'll follow up with me.
They said it's possible you have it, so you are.
Yeah, they said it's possible.
I'll likely be diagnosed very soon.
Yeah, that's why I said 99% to you.
Yes, this is true. He didn't say 100% to Nick. He said 99%, with that last 1% doing a lot of heavy lifting here. But what about Alex? What about Connor? What about Augie? What about Tommy C? He lied to all
everyone else he told he had BPD. He was so disgusting and bad faith and such a fucking liar throughout this whole thing. But no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being disingenuous. It's because he's non-binary. That's what the drama is about. It wasn't about his BPD. It was because of him being non-binary. I'm sorry. I forgot this doesn't exist.
These people that he got diagnosed with BPD to excuse his erratic behavior in most of these cases. As I showed earlier, he did this with Alex, which, by the way, after he didn't respond with a get well soon message, he turned around and said to Connor,
Alex Gekmo is an evil fuck and everyone should ban him!
I think your position was that on the 24th, it was that Alex Gekmo is an evil fuck. And
Boblax gets his own energy thrown back at him, and he wants him banned.
everyone should ban him.
Because I was mad that he wasn't
sure.
showing sympathy towards me. Ultimately, I wanted him to say, my bad, I'm sorry, I feel bad for you. I wanted him to say that to me.
Show sympathy.
Yeah, dude, he wants everyone to, basically, he just wants everybody to cater to him. He wants everyone to drop everything they're doing. The world revolves around Boblax. It's gonna be okay because Boblax is upset, so we gotta make Boblax happy again.
Sympathy, do as I say, and apologize or else. Later in a call with Aiden, he admitted to purposely giving him the false diagnosis to manipulate him into doing what he wanted.
Do you agree that Alex was manipulative?
Yeah. Because I wanted him to do something, so I was trying to manipulate him into doing something.
By giving him the false PPD diagnosis?
Yeah, I'd say it's even manipulative in the original thing, because I want him to take down the tweet, so I'd say it's double manipulative.
I do.
He said to Tommy,
dude, hey, this is something Boblax does every single time he gets called out. He'll strong arm. Then he gets pulled into a call with Nicholas, DeOrio, and Augie and all these other guys, and he's put on blast and instantly starts backpedaling and just accepting that he was in the wrong the whole time. He will just placate that he was like, yeah, it's my bad. I'm sorry. And everybody's just supposed to forget every bad thing he did because, well, he understands what he did was wrong now, guys. It won't happen again until next week.
BPD was the reason why I had these weird outbursts over the years. Who is another person he has held a grudge over a 5-year-old drama being so severe that he even said to Nick that the mood stabilizers he started taking cured his hatred for Tommy C. But his interaction with Nick was next level, as I've already shown most of it. In the week of July 18th to the 25th, Boblax was having an episode in Nick's DMs ranting about Destiny, his non-binary tweets, describing his weird inferiority complex that he has towards others, and even begging Nick for $2,000 to pay his mortgage.
Dude, he was spurging out, dude. He was spurging out on Nick, but Nick the only reason Nick's so critical on him is because he's non-binary, not for any other reason. There's no other reason that we possibly can see it with our eyes are lying, our ears are lying, everything's lying to us. I know I'm tripling down, and I've ran this joke into the dirt. I've stuck my dick in it. I've fucked this joke to death. But come the fuck on, really?
I hate to ask this, but I'm in a financial rut, and I'm really worried about missing mortgage payments due to me taking a break. I'll pay you back, but could you send me money? Sorry to eBeg, I just need to focus on my mental health now, and I can't tackle my finances at the moment. I'd like to borrow 2,000 Canadian dollars. It's less in US money. I know it's a lot, but I'll pay you back before September.
On the tier list of ranking Boblax using his mental health to get him out of situations, this would be the highest. Saying, I need to be on a break right now. Here's a fake diagnosis to use to my advantage in hopes of getting thousands of dollars because I literally can't work right now, Nick. This was his most ambitious guilt trip yet. Anyone, of course, would cut ties with someone who acted this way. But still, Nick held out hope and stayed friends with him because he was under the impression that he was getting medicated and he had a new diagnosis and hopefully was going to get better. But he blamed a non-existent BPD diagnosis to excuse.
And this is the thing. Throughout this entire thing, Nicholas was trying to be the best friend he possibly could be until it blew up to the point that nobody could defend Boblax anymore.
Himself from responsibility. But if we know the doctor didn't say it, who told this guy that he had BPD? Who put this idea in his head?
Where are you getting this information? Is this something the doctor told you, or is this something you got on WebMD?
Someone who I was talking to who had BPD put the idea in my head. I actually got the idea from the person.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude didn't even get it from a doctor. He just literally, like, this is, I remember watching this stream because Augie had just came back and I was like, I used to like Augie a lot. And I hadn't seen, he'd been gone for a year. So Augie left to go to a bunch of gay brothels. He was having a lot of fun. He decided he needed to get back to his incel roots and started being the sad virgin again. So he came back to cover this drama. And literally Boblax came in just to like tell them the equivalent of, yeah, dude, I heard somebody on TikTok say, I have BPD, and I said, that sounds like what I have. Let me check WebMD for 2 seconds, and then tell everybody I have BPD to manipulate them.
Right? Because I didn't want to give any indication that that person existed.
Yes, it was his girlfriend. He continues to get pressed in this call until he eventually admits to it.
I think this is pretty cut and dry, Josh.
Yeah, I lied about having BPD.
You never knew that it was BPD. You kind of just demonstrated that.
Yeah, but I thought it was, you know? That's what I'm saying.
Wait, is this like a boogie moment? Like, hold on now.
This is definitely a boogie moment. That's exactly what it was. The whole thing was a boogie moment.
Yeah,
Yes, I think so.
I thought I had it, so I told people that I was diagnosed with it, is literally the boogie fake cancer line.
I wasn't fully diagnosed. My doctor told me it was possible.
I talked with them about the possibility of it, and they said it's possible.
I should have waited till I got the diagnosis.
Speaking of Boogie though, despite lying about his diagnosis not only the same month as Boogie, but the same fucking week, he was very vocal in calling him out.
Everyone's different facial reaction the moment Boogie mentioned his doctor never talked with him about cancer. Oh my god, what won't Boogie do at this point for sympathy? Statistically, there's at least one Boogie fan who believed him and is smashing.
Oh, dude, but the hypocrisy is just fucking insane, dog. There's so much hypocrisy here. So much hypocrisy, but again, dude, and I think we've got enough. I've gotten to the point here. We've hit more hypocrisy, more drama that was thrown on Josh, and but no, it was all, don't believe your lying eyes. This guy's right. We're idiots. We're absolute morons because this was all about the fact that Nicholas DeOrio just hates trans people, guys.
Body is covered with a triple XL smock and not a dress. That makes it.
You be nice to how fat he is because he's working out because we're supposed to have a big sumo wrestling fight. See, I'm trying to, I can't. So, see, Nicholas DeOrio is fat maxing the way I should be fat maxing because I'm small in comparison. So when we sumo wrestle, I'm not going to have the same weight to throw around that Nicholas has. This is peak physical condition for our sumo wrestling battle. That is 100% for profit, no charity element.
It not soy when he repeats endlessly the same talking points about Hasan and his orbiters, which we've all heard a billion times. That's totally not safe, totally not baseline, definitely not something which will make an audience clap like seals. Why? Well, because Nick isn't a
they them.
In terms of giving safe baseline takes, Nick is the exact same thing as Boblax, but the entire community keeps him around anyway because as long as you're not a
they them,
they literally don't care at all about how safe
but
and
you see how bullshit this is. The dude comes out, he tells you how disingenuous Nick is being for not knowing everything about the Israel-Palestine conflict, and then attacks him for disowning Boblax because he's non-binary, which is bullshit, which is absolutely not even true, and doesn't know the slightest inkling about the drama at all, didn't do the smallest bit of research, but this little cum goblin's gonna tell us that Nick's bad because of it. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. You complain about like Willie Max sweeping for Destiny, right? When this is just bullshit. This isn't even sweeping. This is just lying. This is absolutely the most bad faith, disingenuous take you could possibly have. You might be the dumbest person on the internet, and that's coming from me, the dude who has a Resident Evil 1 sucks video, which I know makes the entire world mad. I'm admitting that I don't have the worst video on the internet anymore. I don't. It's you. You lost. You take the L, buddy.
Original you are. In fact, they fucking love it. They love it when you just repeat the same thing over and over again. Just make a video criticizing Hasan Piker and they will flock to you like you're the king of the Jews himself. Just don't give a positive opinion on anything gay. Just don't say anything which a gay audience might applaud, and then boom, now it's okay.
Dude, Jesus Christ, the virtue signaling here, bro. Like you can't tell me like he's like, I hate Hasan at the beginning of the video because he wants to like avoid criticism from anybody who's saying that you're just a Hasan bootlicker, right? So, but then he criticizes Nick for making too many videos on Hasan, right? But it's also that he's transphobe. It's all virtue bullshit. This is all virtue attacks, bro.
Okay to be a soylent-riddled, unoriginal fucking pussy. Am I claiming there's a problem of homophobia in the commentary community? No, because I don't think this type of selective criticism is an explicit and conscious act done out of malice towards
the LGBT community.
Everybody has biases against people they think are freaks and towards people they find relatable. Whether you personally on average find
the LGBT community
to be the freaks
bro, he's he makes a slight that Nicholas DeOrio and a lot of these commentary guys, which like some of them probably are. I'm not gonna say that every commentary YouTuber, like there isn't one out there that isn't wildly homophobic or transphobic or whatever. But yeah, he's making a sweep and then later covering his bases, which is making him look like a hypocrite with his own fucking rhetoric. It's so bad, bro. This is such a bad video.
Is for you to figure out with yourself. But eventually you people will have to make a choice. You can either acknowledge your bias and try to be more objective, or you can own the fact that you're biased and continue to be biased.
Yes, we're drama. This is TMZ bullshit, bro. This isn't, none of us are journalists. None of us are fucking journalists. You've obviously proved you have zero in journalistic integrity. You have zero ability to actually to be non-biased. This is the most biased. This is more biased than anything Nicholas has ever done. And Nicholas can witch hunt like the best of them, bro. But this is so fucking disingenuously biased. It's just gross.
The comfort of knowing that you're not a totally clueless waste of a human being. But you got me fucked up if
But you are. I'm not, like, at this point, you're a waste of a human being. You're absolutely clueless, and you're probably one of the dumbest people I've seen on the internet. And this sucks because, like, I think it's funny to make fun of other content creators. I think you can. There's so many ways you can make fun of Nicholas DeOrio, but use facts on your side. Like, find some of the dramas and some of the shit he's got wrong.
Think Nick and Boblax aren't the exact same. Moronic, visually unappealing social outcasts who are desperate for a circle to approve of them and endlessly spouting platitudes.
That's what it is. They're both ugly, so they're the same, guys. So they're both ugly, and because they're both ugly, they're the same person. It has nothing to do with anything else. I have no points to describe how Nicholas DeOrio is like spurging out and like telling people to take down content that's crucial of him, or making up fake diagnoses. None of that. We're not going to talk about any of that. What we're going to talk about is they're both fucking like little troll people. They're disgusting little fucking cum goblins, and that's all we're going to talk about. This is so bad, Faith.
I think we'll get them that. The only difference is that Boblax appeals to autistic
transgender people
and Nicholas DeOrio appeals to you.
We're all fucking human.
My good fuck God, dude. Oh my God, dude. So bad.
Friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
No, because they're compromised. That's what you didn't understand. They're absolutely fucking compromised, and they think they think the bad side is right, Ethan. That's why you don't ask for their help.
Oh, so Idubbbz' silence means he's compromised. So are you willing to—
Oh my God, dude. He's taking Idubbbz' side. No! No, dude. We have an Idubbbz fan here. They exist. They fucking exist, boys and girls. He's an Idubbbz fan.
To acknowledge you were compromised when you tried to sweep for Destiny live on stream?
Oh, we should wrap this Destiny thing up, though, before we get completely clipped and we don't actually engage with the discussion and look like retards.
I mean, what are we supposed to say? We don't really know what went on.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the main thing. Is like I don't really know what's going on.
I mean,
but to be fair, I went back and I watched the
It's pretty obvious. Okay. Can we stop this fucking sweeping, please? It's pretty fucking obvious what went on.
Okay, you know what? No, wait. Okay.
Can I just say a thing, please? So the problem that I have with that one video with the Melina stuff is I went back because I didn't trust a random Reddit post with a 30-second clip that was clipped from multiple live streams. So I went back and I downloaded the full context to every single clip that was used. So I have like a 2-minute version of every 15
Are you talking about the
clip
from her stream that was posted to Reddit?
There was 3 different live streams that were posted to Reddit, and the clip was cut up from like 6 different points into the stream and stitched together. So like the people are pointing to one clip where she goes, "That's not consensual, and we're not going to talk about that, and I'm going to ban you," in context with all the other stuff. It sounded like to me, for that one specific clip, she was referring to the stuff from the Leafy thing where people had revenge porn of her or whatever, or like content that wasn't actually her and it was being shared around. That's what I got from that. But people were connecting that clip to the other clip. This is what I've been trying to... I wasn't sure, so I think Melina should give a more clear and concise statement if she wants to even put this thing out. This is a very strenuous situation. I don't like covering things when I already know all the answers, because then when I speculate, I'm lying.
Creators are actively participating in this gaslight.
I mean, these clips, like, you could definitely say that it's like, okay, he's sweeping for Destiny. And again, like, I've said that I think that they were all being a little bit too generous for Destiny because they were like friendly with Destiny. I have said that in the past. I 100% have said that in the past. That is something that is genuinely a way to criticize him. But to use it in context that, it's because they swept for Destiny, now he can't criticize these guys. Dude.
To make it seem like
And now, in response to this rant by Ethan, you chose to then actively participate in this gaslight.
Remember how you tried to gaslight Chud Logic, calling him Mr. Girl and shit?
What sort of response do you get when you issue, like, I don't know, like a little criticism of Destiny, or you got a little disagreement? What sort of response you tend to get from that community? Would you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Again, I absolutely think that they should have been. I think that Destiny had enough good faith with enough the commentary community and with enough of these other communities on the internet that he kind of entrenched himself. And I think that these guys they've admitted to knowing a little bit more than what they let on, but none of the victims had came out and spoken, and so they didn't cover it, which I think is fair to do, because like if you go about it the way that what was that douchebag who, I don't remember who the douchebag who made the first Destiny video was, but he leaked all of this information that Pixie wasn't even ready to talk about, and put her on blast in such like an egregious way that put her in such a shitty situation. That's why you don't handle that way. 100% don't handle that way. Already put a smear on her name before she even had a chance to tell her side of the story, which is so disgusting. Now, I do think that these guys were sweeping for Destiny. I 100% agree with that. And I think that I personally hope they learned from that. They learned from the fact that a lot of these fucking political douchebags, and I'm talking about all of them, from Vosh to Hasan to fucking Steven Crowder to all of them, these guys will turn on you in a fucking dime. And they're going to get themselves in some sort of controversy because they're politics guys. Politics guys consistently stay in controversy. And the moment they're going to get themselves in one of these big controversies, they're going to try to take everybody down with them, which is exactly what Destiny has done. And by sweeping for him, they kind of went down with him. I think that is a fair criticism to make. But again, I think these guys have all talked about this, and they've all explained how they think they handled it wrong. They also... there's been, like, we're missing so much context here, and it's so irritating for me to look at this where he's talking about how crucial and how they sweep so much and all this shit, when, like, you can go and see any of Nicholas DeOrio's newer stuff on Destiny. You can see that he goes score short on that motherfucker. You can see how he blasts him 24/7. Yes, is it popular to do now? Absolutely. But at the same time, if they knew the information that they could be outing a victim's shit before they were ready to do it, all you're doing is one, doing a disservice to the victim, and two, you're just doing it for clout reasons, which is gross.
It's not great sometimes. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's not great.
I'm sorry. I don't care, Mr. Girl. DGG is not nearly as autistic as fucking Dark
Oh my
Viper's
god,
fan
look
base.
at this. Classic tactic
Wait, I'm
of
sorry,
webbing.
you disagree?
Make it
You
sound
disagree?
like I'm Mr. Go.
So why should we assume that you're not compromised when covering Ethan? It would be really horrible if Ethan did something unforgivable right now that you knew about and no one else did, wouldn't it, Nick? That would threaten.
Like, what is he doing right now that is so egregious? So egregious that it again, he hasn't brought up the skulls, he hasn't brought up CPS. He's fucking sweeping that shit to attack Nicholas DeOrio here for unfairly, in his way of in his editing and the way that he's positioning this, unfairly siding with Ethan Klein, but he's not talking about the reason that most people are on Ethan Klein's side. Like, the majority of people want it. There's obviously a Hasan hate, because Hasan is just a scumbag. And then there's another that is the real world thing. It's like, oh, so he got swatted? Oh, well, yeah, he might have got swatted. But did you know that he said this in the past that makes him look really bad? And that means that he deserved to have cops kick in his doors and put guns in his face. That makes him deserve it, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Your entire position, because if you came out about something like that, suddenly you wouldn't even be thinking that the bad side is right. You wouldn't have a side at all, would you? I think that's
what could Ethan do that's on the same level as CPS, right? CPS and Skull's getting sent to his house. What could Ethan Klein do to be to these douchebags and these people who are like ganging up on him, right? You have this entire gang crusade going after him. But what in the fucking world could Ethan Klein do to them on the same level of that, right? There's nothing. There's nothing. I don't see Ethan Klein sitting down and playing let's go hunt Hasan in a video game. Right? Like, there's so much egregious shit coming out every day because of people like Bad and Banana, Noah Sampson, Denims, and all these people where they're being as disgusting as humanly possible. But then they're like, oh, but we don't believe in harassment, guys. But by the way, Ethan Klein is the most disgusting human being ever. Here's a video about how his kids crawl around and eat poop, and that's why his cleaning lady quit, which is just egregiously wrong and absolute lies. They're willing to manipulate. They're willing to manipulate facts and situations like the UK report that was on October 7th. They're willing to glaze over things that don't match their point. But I'm supposed to say that they're the good guys. I'm supposed to believe them at their word. Get the fuck out of here.
Terrifies this guy more than anything. So you can keep cheering on the harassment and hate Idubbbz will receive whenever he goes against the grain. At least
Idubbbz, shut the fuck. You're doing the same thing Idubbbz did. You're just gonna like do.
Idubbbz has the balls to go against the grain in the first place because
oh my god, dude. This is so fucking shit.
You have provably demonstrated that you never will. Nick also finds it horrible that Idubbbz stayed quiet when CPS was called to Ethan's house. This is so cowardly. Your friend is being harassed and you're staying—
Absolutely was. It was fucking cowardly. It was fucking cowardly before CPS when your friend's getting like maliciously attacked online by all these people. He could have easily Ethan was there in every one of his times of need. Why the fuck couldn't Idubbbz be there in his one time of need?
Quiet? What a pussy thing to do.
You're because a cowardly fucking pussy if you keep following someone that you don't like anymore, specifically because you're afraid they're gonna take it offensively.
Exactly. People tend to forget how this whole drama started. And this is so irritating to me. This whole drama started because Ethan Klein had the audacity to unfollow Frogan on Twitter. That's what started this all. That's what started everything. And like you have like ties with Idubbbz, his old Creator Clash editors out there being an absolute schizo psychopath, like cheering on the fact that Ethan that he wants Ethan's kids taken away and stuff. And then you have like all these other people that are just like absolutely evil in this scenario, going absolutely banana monkeys mode. But these guys are willing to sweep for that and pretend that it's not that big of a deal. It's so gross.
Like, wait, dude, how pathetic are you? You're worried about the discourse of unfollowing someone you don't agree with on Twitter anymore? And you're making a YouTube video criticizing somebody?
Not only does Nick not at all engage with what Idubbbz is actually saying here, but he has the audacity to posture about Idubbbz's supposed cowardice for refusing to disassociate with his former editor.
And if this guy ever grows—
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. If my former editor, which I don't have an editor, I do all my shit myself. That's why— if you guys think that I'm the sloppiest of all the slop, that's fine. I work full-time. I fucking make full-ass video game reviews every week. I steady be working, motherfucker. If you're mad that I'm just cutting up these streams in portions and re-uploading them, you can kiss me on the mouth, you sweet, sweet boy, and then hit a dislike and leave 75 comments. It's great for the algorithm. But, like— I hate this, dude. I hate it so much. This is so bad. Like— it's so bad, because if I had a editor, right? If I had an editor that was out there saying, like, spreading, like, willful, disgusting harassment, like, stuff that, like, willingly was going to harass somebody's children, They're kids. We're talking about kids here, bro. I thought we all cared about kids. I thought that, oh, well, we're doing this boxing event for the kids. Oh, well, we're going to do this for the children of Palestine. We all care about kids so much, except for when it's somebody we disagree with politically. Then, oh, well, we can get their kids taken away. Fuck their kids. Their kids, we don't care how much their kids are scarred from this, because they disagree with us politically. They don't 100% have the same stance. Like, get the fuck out of here. If my editor was saying shit like that, I would unfollow him and block him immediately. And the next, like, within, like, the same day, I would have a tweet out saying, I disavow everything this guy is saying. And I think his rhetoric toward my friend is disgusting, even though I disagree with my friend's political stance. It is so easy to do that, but Idubbbz can't do that, because anytime you say anything that's slightly critical against this group of people, it's the same, like, it's the same as when people were sweeping for Destiny. That Idubbbz is more like Nicholas DeOrio in the Destiny thing, but at least Nicholas DeOrio came around and like started scorch earthing Destiny. He has not, and he never will. And it's like, just like so easy. It's so fucking easy to just put that tweet out, disavow them, and then move on and say that you disagree politically. So easy. But he knows that he would get killed if he did that. He knew he was going to get murdered. He knew that his wife would stop pegging him if he would have said that.
Spine and criticizes anything, they'll start pulling up the Idubbbz 10-minute N-word compilation. It will be fucking hilarious when this happens to him. All it takes is one issue that you care about, that these people disagree with, then you're crazy, then you're unhinged, then you're freaking out, then your pain is no longer justified, then the things that happen to you aren't really happening, they're all in your head, and all this stuff that you've been doing for this entire time has been like against the narrative that you set out to be the person that you wanted to be, and oh my god, it'll be glorious when it happens.
God, these guys are cum goblins, bro. God, these guys, like, it's just like, I can't. I've been covering this drama since like day one, dude. I've been on this drama. Well, not day one. I got in it around the CPS thing. I got in it like right before the CPS thing, and I've been like in this drama ever since. And it's just like so crazy to me that somebody can't watch like this entire drama unfold, and they can just sit here and be like, yeah, you know, I think Idubbbz and Hasan were the good guys in this situation. Oh, Denham, she didn't signal boost a schizo that got CPS called on his kids. She had no part about it. She disavowed it in a 4-hour live stream by saying, I don't agree with harassment. It's okay, guys. Remember, dude, Boblax is non-binary.
Who are you to be so giddy about the prospect of Idubbbz receiving harassment? You of all people, you were shaking in your boots at the mere thought of backlash.
I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking, it's a huge risk to even discuss it. Because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community.
For what? Speaking out against the third most relevant political streamer sex pest?
So, I mean, I've privately told everybody I'm...
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, this was early on, and he like, if he was distancing himself privately, at least he was doing something.
Completely distancing myself from this guy, waiting for this bomb to go off, but I don't want to be the one to fucking light it.
Please don't tell me your silence might have meant something.
So principally your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial / audience hit if you were to do
I think there's a genuine risk that I'm going to get left out to dry here.
Idubbbz has already dealt with his audience turning on.
Well, and here's the thing. There was here's the position, the difference in the position. Like, Idubbbz like had somebody to fall back on. These people didn't leave him out to dry. Now we're just waiting on that moment where they hang him out to dry. Ethan was the one who got hung out to dry. We saw what happened to him in the same situation that Nick was in. He spoke out against Hasan, and he was hung out to dry as quick as fucking humanly possible the moment he disagreed with Hasan. That's more of an equivalence to what Nicholas went through. There is no overlap with Idubbbz here. It makes no...
him. It's already happened several times. Remember the OnlyFans incident? I think we can safely say that if it happens again...
But again, I criticized Nick on that statement in that video. Now, there were some clarifications made later through Willie Mack and through Nicholas himself to kind of clear up what was happening there and how bad faith that video that he's pulling that clip from is. That it puts things more contextualized. I did see stuff afterwards, and that's... I mean, that whole Destiny thing was such a shit show. And again, Destiny's a little, like, lying, manipulative piece of shit. Like, it's not hard to say that. But, like, to pretend that Hasan and Idubbbz aren't when they're just as bad. No. They're fucking worse. If Destiny is a disgusting, manipulative shit, these guys are disgusting, manipulative, cum-diving dolphins, bro. Not even dolphins. Dolphins are too majestic. Not even goblins, bro. They are Jabba the cum in cum. That's all they are, dude. They are just, like, Inception layers of, like, dried, gross splooge, bro. That's what these guys are. Like, it's all, they're all bad, but we're talking about the way worse here.
And it won't destroy him. And your gleeful anticipation is probably going to result in you being very disappointed. You, on the other hand,
oh, wait, I forgot to mention, guys. We forgot Boblax is non-binary.
Barely squeezed Destiny's worm jizz out of your own ass before you had to hop right back onto another cock. I salute and support anyone's God-given right to shit on
Dude, oh, dude, it's so bad. Like, anytime you criticize Idubbbz right now, it's like, get off of Ethan's cock. Like, dude, you don't even have to bring up, like, as the Ethan stuff as much. Like, obviously it's intertwined because you have to bring up the content cop, but Idubbbz just keeps doing this shit to himself. Like, I have highlighted on my coverage of Idubbbz how he's like, well, I stayed silent during Creator Clash too. No, the fuck you didn't. You started a drama with Froggy. You didn't start the drama with Froggy Fresh. No, you did. He was training with Sam Hyde, so you started a drama with Froggy Fresh just because you don't like Sam Hyde. Like, you do that. He does this shit to himself 24/7. But now we're going to pretend like he doesn't because, oh, well, he's friends with Hasan, and anything that Hasan says is based and cool, and anything that disagrees with Hasan, well, you just like genocide.
Dubs as much as you want. Shit on him, make fun of him, rage at him, break him mentally so he starts saying the N-word again. I don't care. But if I were Nick, I would be very careful about throwing the coward allegations around right now. Because
oh my god, dude. Ugh.
No matter what can be said about
Idubbbz is a coward. He's a pussy. He's a little bitch, dude. Like, get the fuck... Oh my god, this is the worst fucking video I've seen in a long time. This dude is disgustingly bad faith. And it's so funny that he starts the video by talking about how everybody else is intellectually stunted, and yet he's the genius, and he leaves context out of everything. And the only thing he has is he hates Destiny so much that he's using that Destiny situation, which Nicholas has come to against. He's like came on Destiny like with like fire jizz ever since, dude. All he does is like go hard in the paint against Destiny. And it's so funny to me that we're sitting here and pretending like he's still glazing for the guy, which isn't true. You're missing like you're missing so much context here. You're pretending you're fucking like cutting everything that you possibly can to fit your narrative here. The dude's not talking about the CPS. He's not talking about the skulls. He's not talking about all the times that Nicholas has come out to shit on Destiny since that drama happened. When the drama started, he looked bad. Since then, he's being scorched earth on that motherfucker. So what was he supposed to do? Like, release all the information that wasn't proven yet? Like, just come out and say it because because you don't personally like Destiny? We should release a victim's information before she's ready to do it herself? That's now your job? Like, get the fuck out of here.
A lot fucking worse can be said about you, buddy. You openly lied on—
Oh, dude, look. Dude, he got so seethy right there. That was adorable. Let's go back. This is so cute. This is so just, oh my gosh, dude. Look at him do it.
The coward allegations around right now. Because no matter what can be said about Idubbbz, a lot fucking worse can be said about you, buddy. You openly lied.
Buddy. Did you forget that Boblax is non-binary, buddy? This is great. I love this. Best video of the year.
On stream to try and shut Chud Logic down when Chud was being critical of Destiny.
It sounded like to me, for that one specific clip, she was referring to the stuff from the Leafy thing where people had revenge porn of her.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't know the context behind this. This is why I haven't commentated a lot on this, because I wasn't in this. This wasn't a drama this wasn't the big drama when I started doing drama content. I was focusing on like the other stuff was going on. It seemed way more interesting. I've covered the Destiny stuff. I've been scorched earth on that motherfucker from the beginning. This whole thing when Destiny started looking like a first video that dropped on the Destiny being a gooner. I was out here calling out people. So like, I was on that, but I don't know what happened in the context of this. I have not seen this video, so that's why I don't have much to say on it.
whatever, or like content that wasn't actually her, and it was being shared around. That's what I got from that. But people were connecting that clip to the other clip. This is what I've been trying to. I don't like covering things when I already know all the answers, because then when I speculate, I'm lying.
Only to confess.
And this is the thing too. Like, this is the thing too. If he were to put a video out, right, he would have had to put it out in a situation of like a speculation type of situation, right? He would have like pretended to speculate on something he already knew the answers to, which is lying by omission in a sense. So he brings it out, says there are rumors that Destiny has put people in has sent out photos of people unconsensually, right? Has sent out photos of people. There are rumors. Now, I don't know all the facts on these rumors when he does know the facts, but he can't say anything because the victims haven't came forward. But then he's just kind of putting this big fucking, this big cloud over these victims now to where they feel obligated to come out because he wanted to start a drama. That's the difference. It's like he's going out and starting drama instead of covering drama. And that's my position and how I saw it. Now, I do think that these guys fucking knew, and the fact that they hadn't distanced themselves earlier, if there was stuff like that, I think they should have been critical on it. I think Destiny is an egocentric fucking asshole, and the fact that they didn't realize that sooner is the same problem with Boblacks, is I don't think that they're critical enough about the people around them at times, and that happens with everybody who's friends, and that leads to this type of shit every single time. And I think Nick is starting to realize that, because not only did it happen with Boblacks, it then happened with Destiny, and Mutahar then started going spurg out mode against like everybody who's ever close to him, and making everybody distance themselves from Mutahar. So it's just like, it's one of those things that if you look at the situation, I think that the dude definitely is terrible at picking friends, and I think that he needs to take a step away and start looking at people more critically because of that. And I think hopefully he's learned from that. But that is a genuine criticism. Everything else in this video has been dog shit.
To President Sunday that you were terrified of Destiny's audience.
And I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking. It's a huge risk to even discuss it, because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community.
And you know what? On its face, I don't even really care about the sweeping or the choice to stay silent. If there's one thing I can't stand with these commentary freaks, it's their selective pearl clutching when someone acts in their own self-interest. This happens constantly. They're all perfectly capable of recognizing how creators will act in their own self-interest when it's a creator they want to see succeed. If you choose to operate on this
By the way, there is this is true. There is a lot of pearl clutching and shit. I will give him this, and that is something I try my best not to do. Even if I know that people will disagree with me at my take, I try to be like as authentic to my opinion on it. I have like a Cameron 3.0, the dude who did the Idubbbz content cop, and like I said multiple times in that I think that the pearl clutching over the 16 to 19 age gap is a little weird. Like, it's a little weird that we're pearl clutching on that. It's a little weird that that's the drama when it should just be the Yandere Dev stuff. I think that the fact that he met her through Yandere Dev, that's the drama. That's the important part. The other shit I think is just muddling up the waters and putting it almost puts like people like EDP 455 and some of these like actual monsters. I think it demeans stuff like that. That's my problem with it. I think that when you conflate stuff like Cameron 305 to the same extent as something like an EDP, I think you're doing a disservice to situations like EDP. That's my position. That's what I said, and I know people are not going to agree with that take. I know that can be a kind of considered a wrong take in a lot of people's opinions, but I don't give a shit. I'm not going to pearl clutch on that when like 39 out of the 50 states that's legal.
Platform with your self-interest as your main priority. You will be seen as an asshole at some point, sure, but you still have the right to do that, and as long as you don't care about being seen as
and by the way, I have little to no interest in Cameron 305. I could like if there more shit comes out about him, if he becomes like a absolute like goblin monster and shit like hits, I will scorch earth that motherfucker. I do not care. I just looked at the drama situation for what it was and I gave my opinion on it, and that's how I think that you should do it. You should You should look at like the parts that I think are the actual issues and what's the actual drama, and then discuss that. I don't think you should start throwing everything in the fucking everything you can at the situation just because you hate the motherfucker and start pearl clutching. Then you become like Chud Logic against Nuxanor against Hasan. You get these people that, sure, they're entertaining in the moment, but they are being incredibly bad faith, and they're looking for reasons to hate these people. And I think that with the thing that I like so much about this this drama in particular, the Idubbbz, Hasan, Ethan Klein drama, is the fact that you can look at it and it's just so fucking in your face, blatantly bad, that you don't have to go out of your way to pearl clutch. You don't have to do any of that. You could just look at the shit that's unfolding right before your eyes and make a determination. I mean, all you have to do is wait for fucking Hasan to open his mouth and lie about being detained for 2 hours and be like, huh, that doesn't make fucking sense. Oh, he lied. Look at that. Or you have to wait 5 minutes until Idubbbz tells you that his fucking charity event was never a charity event. You just have to wait a second, and the drama will fucking prove itself to be the easiest thing to cover in the entire world. That's what's so great about this drama. It is exactly what you think it is.
Asshole, you're fine. I don't believe in morally condemning people for prioritizing self-preservation and personal gain over sticking their necks out for others. There might be some exceptions to that, but generally, you're not in other people's shoes. You can't say whether you'd be strong enough to do things differently than they did. But
by the way, when I clicked on this video, I was actually interested to see if there was a Nicholas DeOrio drama, because as much as I like Nicholas DeOrio, I think it would be fun to point and laugh at him a little bit. I was hoping there would be more shit to point and laugh at him for, and it would be fine if he hadn't condemned Destiny as many fucking times as he has since then, and like absolutely like went after him as hard as possible all the time, 24/7. Like, at this point, he fucking makes fun of Destiny every fucking time he fires up a live stream, to the point that it's like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, well, he swept that one time. Yeah, well, he doesn't anymore. So what are we supposed to do? Like, oh yeah, now it's cool because everybody's against Destiny, which isn't true. You make a video on Destiny and you shit on him, you will have Destiny fans in your comment section just as mad as before this big drama. So it's pretending that it's changed now, considered before. Now there's just an actual drama with verifiable things going on that is actually coverable, when before you would have to be the one that presented the drama, and by doing that, it's a huge risk to your brand. It's a huge risk to your channel. It's also a huge risk if you get something wrong or you put the victim in a tricky situation, which is exactly what President Sunday did. President Sunday put the victim in the situation in an incredibly uncomfortable and bad position to the point that now Destiny's trying to smear her at every chance he gets, when before they could have settled this quietly and behind the scenes. Even if there was a lawsuit, it could have been settled a lot more quietly, but now it's in the forefront of everything, and Destiny's gonna do what Destiny does best, which is manipulate and be an absolute goblin. So like, I don't know how this is so hard to explain in that situation. It's just, to me, it makes sense. And to me, the way the situation has unfolded, it makes sense, Nicholas DeOrio's position in that situation. And before, I was super scorched earth. But understanding all the context and what the mistakes that President Sunday made that put Pixie in such a bad situation, I can understand why he didn't go out and do this. By the way, Boblax is non-binary.
You can't do is act in your own self-interest and then shit on other people for doing the same fucking thing. This is the crux of my issue with Ethan's demands that Idubbbz speak out, and it's at the heart of why Nick, by all rights...
Oh my god, dude. It's not like... It's not like he didn't show up for Chud Logic when Chud Logic had trouble. He definitely was there for Chud Logic. He was there for his friend. Absolutely. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're conflating things that are that aren't really that. You're trying to attach two situations that are vastly different because you don't like Destiny. That's it. You don't like Nicholas DeOrio and you don't like Destiny, so you're finding anything you possibly can to smear them.
should be getting crucified for this, because Nicholas put his own career first when it came to Destiny's sex abuse.
Bro tied his nipples together, tried to jump rope, tripped, fell on a giant cow shit, and then yelled at Nicholas DeOrio saying it was all his fault.
Scandal. But God forbid
Boblax is non-binary.
Idubbbz put his own career first in Ethan Klein's dogshit scandal. Time and time again, this happens. You would think that after being outed as a total fucking bitch in the Destiny saga, this lip-flapping lardball wouldn't be so quick to call someone else a coward. But no, he got right to business.
Bro, dude, you motherfucker, dude. You're such a little... God, there's so many fucking things I want to call you. God, you're just the worst. You're the worst. You're like so fucking disingenuous. You're a little, you're like that cockroach that just is scurrying around eating all the manure you can possibly find, and you just like live in eating shit. That's your existence. You're a shit eater. Like that's what you're doing, bro. You have nothing else to benefit until somebody has to like sweep you outside. You gotta like, okay, get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. The health inspector's coming. We gotta sweep you out of here. You're causing problems. That's all that's waiting to happen because all your points are so bad. Like you like the fact that you're sweeping so hard for the fact that that there's more to this. You're basically like covering a drama where it's like covering a drama where a swatting happened and not bringing up the swatting because it hurts your position.
Is finding another creator that he could latch onto. And nobody says anything because he knows exactly what to say so that the lower half of the...
It's like when like Aiden Ross got swatted. It's like, yeah, well, Aiden Ross sucks and he talked to Andrew Tate. So we need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about the fact that cops busted down his door. Like, he's so dumb, dude. This is so dumb.
Midwit community will continue to spend money on him. You just earned yourself another goal.
How pathetic are you?
Nicholas DeOrio thinks cartoon depictions of a child getting raped by a horse is worse than a government blowing up thousands of real children overseas.
Oh my god, dude, no! Oh my god, dude, no! No, he didn't just say that, bro. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. Bro literally just said he thinks that a cartoon depiction of a horse having sex with a child is worse than kids getting blown up by another country. What the fucking false equivalence are we talking about, bro? Like, what are you... No! What? What? No, dude! No way did that just exit this goon monster's mouth, bro. There's no way the dude, this isn't a live reaction. This is somebody sat down and edited this. And he said that and he said, oh, cooked him. Fucking, oh, I got Nicholas's fat ass, bro. He's never going to sumo wrestle King Jiffy Coates for profit. He's never going to do that. His career's over, bro. I cooked him because I conflated Vosh's drama about having a lolly horn folder popping up on screen to the genocide in Gaza. I did it. I not only did I expose him for being a hypocrite and fraud, I'm also saving the children of Palestine. I am a hero. You are a genocide supporter. Don't whoa. If I would have made this video, dude, could you imagine the things that, like, dude, if he would have made, could you imagine if he would have made this video earlier, bro? Dude, Gaza would probably still be standing, bro. Holy shit, dude, the dude's a hero. The dude's a hero. He's slowly saving the entire world.
That's why he went so hard on Tipster for defending Vosh's tax folder, but has very little to say about Ethan's passive defenses of Israel. Now, for any of the fucking idiots in the comments who are going to say, Ethan has said Israel is bad.
Dude, he has, dude. He fucking has. He wants a two-state solution. You guys, like, not you guys. I'm not gonna lump this guy in with them because I don't know. Like, obviously this video is like insane sweeping, but dude's like, well, basically, because he doesn't want Israel to get glassed, right? Because either you want all of Israel gone and obliterated, or you support a genocide. Those are your two options. Choose now, Ethan. You didn't choose everyone, all of the children and people dying in Israel? Well, you support a genocide. Oh my god, dude. This, like, been trying so hard. I've been trying so hard lately to just, like, insert, like, my light cum jokes here and there. Try to, like, keep it a little more lighthearted. This video's getting limited ads, 100%.
He's playing the same compilation, the good action.
By the way, we can't forget that Bo Blacks is non-binary, and Nicholas DeOrio is disgusting for hating him because of that.
Montage. Tipster genuinely believes you can say fucking anything as long as you say at the end, by the way guys, I just want to make sure that everyone knows child porn is bad and lolly is bad. This guy could sit here and defend the pictures that fucking Shadman drew as long as he puts a little defend Chris Tyson owning the pictures that Shadman drew as long as he puts a little disclaimer at the end where he goes, oh, by the way guys, lolly is bad. So
by the way, a lot of this turned into witch hunting, and I will agree with that. I will agree with, like, the Chud Logic rabbit hole against Nux and Horror was like egregious and nonsensical. I will agree to that. Like, absolutely. I think this drama went to a lot of different directions that I ended up trying to lump people in to keep the drama going. Absolutely. That is a point to make. But instead of making that point, what he did was conflate it with an actual atrocity and say and this is what I hate about people like this so much, that they can look at a bunch of people who have sadly, terribly, died in another country, children who have starved. They can pile all those bodies together, put them in front of them as a human shield, and, well, it's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. I can say this. I can make these bad faith arguments because I'm anti-genocide, and they're obviously not. It's so disgusting to me. It's so disgusting to me that you use that as a way to win a drama war.
You can't criticize my position on this take at all whatsoever.
Vosh has also said pedophilia is bad, but that didn't stop Nick from accurately pointing out that simply citing your condemnations of something doesn't automatically erase everything else you've said.
Wow, I can't believe that Vosh isn't getting a round of applause for making the baseline normal take after he releases really weird, creepy arguments for months. Like, that's crazy. Why aren't people talking more about the times where Vosh said child pornography is bad?
So I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit if Ethan sometimes says
oh my god, dude. He complains about Nicholas DeOrio. He complains about Nicholas DeOrio sweeping for Destiny, which at least Nicholas DeOrio condemns it, right? He condemns Destiny, like, fully now. Absolutely. And this dude's sweeping for Vosh so fucking hard. He swept for Hasan. He swept for Idubbbz. He swept for Vosh. Bro's just literally just, basically, he's sitting there with his ass out of the ground, just waiting for any of them to give him a pity fuck. That's all he's doing, bro.
Israel is bad. A pedophile can also say child porn is bad. That doesn't make him any less of a pedophile. Hasan has also said anti-Semitism is bad, but that doesn't stop people from criticizing him as a—
oh my god, the way he's maliciously wording this so bad. Dude, oh my god, dude. Hasan has said anti-Semitism is bad, but that doesn't stop people from criticizing him. Yeah, dude, maybe it's because he comes off when him and Sneeko and Nick Fuentes' arguments and opinions start lining up as much as they do. Dude kind of gives off hardcore anti-Semitic vibes, bro. I'm sorry, but you're sweeping again, bro. This is the most hypocritical video I think I've ever seen. This is the worst drama video I think I've ever seen. This is incredibly bad. This is so fucking terrible. Dude, like, I don't say delete your channel. Usually I do it as, like, a joke. This guy should delete his fucking channel. He should just, like completely delete his fucking channel. Should never upload again. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, dude. Oh my god.
The Jew hater. If there's one thing the commentary community loves to hate on, it's pedophiles. And so anytime someone is pedophile coded, it's open season to go as hard as you want on them and anyone who follows or defends them. Maybe this has some—
Absolutely. That just makes sense. That just makes sense, bro. Oh, dude, so wait, what's your argument here? Hold on. This makes no fucking— hold on.
Jew hater. If there's one thing the commentary community loves to hate on, it's pedophiles. And so anytime someone is pedophile coded, it's open season to go as hard as you want on them and anyone—
What? What's your argument here? So the commentary community hates pedophiles. And so once that they're coded with that, or they've said shit that, like, by coded, I'm guessing it's like we're in a situation like Vosh, where he's made like lots of weird arguments where he's used that as the argument for it, how it's okay or whatever. And I understand in the context of when Vosh did it, it's not him saying it's okay, he's not condoning it. Still a weird argument to make. So you're saying that so you're not supposed to go after them if you think somebody's like into kids, you're not supposed to criticize them. So you should give them the same levity as somebody who has like a lighter drama. I don't understand what this guy's point is here. Like, are we supposed to defend them? What? Like, I'm not, like, I know I'm coming out this bad faith because I'm, like, in a bad faith position because it's such a dog shit video. But, like, what does that even mean, dude? What the fuck?
Anyone who follows or defends them. Maybe this has something to do with the fact that pedophiles are consistently and universally hated by all, and hating on them looks really good. Pedophiles are bad is one of those very safe takes we can give, and nobody will care if you press people on why they're being too soft on pedophiles. Historically, however, the same cannot be said for genocide. Not well.
Oh my god, dude. No one's okay with the genocide happening. No one's okay with the genocide happening. How many times do people have to fucking say that? You're literally making the equivalence of, oh, so it's okay to go after pedophiles, but not Nazis. That's cool. What? Who's out here? Is Nicholas DeOrio secretly just going to like meetups? What? Does he have a white suit with a pointy hat? Well, what are we talking? This makes no fucking.
Well, they're actually happening, that is. It's always safer to be against genocide after all the people are dead. That way you don't risk upsetting anyone you could benefit from in the here and now. Never let any of these grifting shits.
This is the most garbage, dog shit thing I've ever seen. Like, I have no words. I have no words. This is just so moronic. This is like absolutely the dumbest, most idiotic thing ever made. Delete your channel. Just delete your channel. I think it would be better if you deleted your channel. I feel like when people watch my Resident Evil 1 video, they were really mad because I made fun of a game that they didn't like, right? Or Half-Life, my Half-Life video, or one of my many other videos that my Fable 3 video when I shit on it, and people were upset because I have a lot of nostalgia with that game. But I feel like I still gave very valid reasonings. Like Resident Evil makes me want to throw up because of the camera angles. People can disagree with that. That's fine. You love the game, whatever. I think it's terrible. This, on the other hand, you just said that, oh, it's cool to go after people that like kids, but you would never go after the Nazis. What the fuck does that even mean? What are you even talking about, bro? Bro has mislead. Dude has put in so many misleading bullshits throughout this video. He's manipulated everything to try to fit his little narrative and his little hate boner that it's just so bad faith that if anybody watches this and like likes it, which I guess 58 people are retarded. 58 people don't have a brain that they don't have like 2 brain cells to rub together because like whatever.
Stains try and tell you that they care about kids getting hurt, whether it's through lolly or genocide. They care about looking good in the public.
No, I think everyone has said that they don't like kids dying. That's like the thing. And I don't like, here's the thing. This is a crazy statement. This is the same statement that Ethan said. I don't like when kids die on either side. But that makes you pro-genocide for some fucking reason.
Public eye. That's it. Because no matter how disgusting Vosh's tax folder was, and no matter...
I mean, Vosh defended the idea of glassing all of Israel. So, on multiple occasions. Like, even, like, Count Dankula was like, I get your joke, and he's like, well, no, I can defend my positions on that. It's like, bro, so you're okay with all the Israeli children dying because... children have died on the other side. I don't condone any children dying. I don't like that any children are dying. To me, it's all gross. See, that's, to me, a rational position. I don't, but fuck off.
How creepy and weird both Tipster and Keffels have been for defending it. The harsh reality is that Israel's actions in Palestine have done immeasurable...
Oh my god, dude. Oh god, he's a fucking bread tuber.
More damage to real children with parents and siblings, than any cartoon horse ever has. But Lolly looks worse. If Ethan was caught with Lolly on his computer...
Oh my god. This is so retarded, dude. This is the most retarded video.
Nick would drop him faster than if Ethan personally launched a rocket.
Everybody was critical of Ethan Klein before this drama. It's just that it's like, it's insane to be on the other side of Ethan Klein because it's just nonsensical to think that Ethan deserves any of this. It's so, you have to be an absolute scumbag. You have to be like an absolute monster to think that it's okay. Because kids died in Palestine, I think that we can put Ethan's kids through hell. What? Fucking what? So, two wrongs make a right, I guess, in this...
Rocket into a Yemeni orphanage tomorrow. Ultimate rape review? Are you fucking serious? You didn't even try to hide it. I've seen India...
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. The point behind this is during these, these things where it's creators accusing other creators of whatever, they pull this up during the drama because there were so many dramas where it was like false accusations, and then the false accusations would come out and it was BS. There was so much stuff about that they would do this. Him and Chud Logic would do this to figure out if the accusations were real or not. It was like a jokey little thing.
Come up with better knockoffs than this shit. And then you stole the Wiggler too. I don't care if it originally came from Keffels. These two look nothing alike, but these two, you're an unoriginal hack. The only bits you have are—
Oh my god, dude. Sure, the Wiggler is cringe, and he stole it from Keffels and whoever the fucking other one is. He took it, dude. That's the ultimate own. You got him. This is all because he's transphobic and Boblax is non-binary. You owned him, bro. You won. You got the dub.
Are stolen. What the hell, man? You can't help it. You just have to get your fat, greasy sausages on other people's creative jokes. Even your dono sounds are all just other streamers saying your name because it proves that you know them, right?
That's not... Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, you said that you were smart. You said that you were... So, if you listen to Nicholas DeOrio streams, it's Mama Max, who he had a big drama with. It's, what was that dude's name? Dark Viper AU, who he had a drama with. It's Hasan, who he had a drama with. It's people that he's literally, had, like, big dramas with, who has said his name on stream. Like, it's funny because... You're retarded. You're retarded. You're so bad faith that you refuse to put any actual legwork in to research any of this. You're such a hypocrite. This is the most hypocritical video. Now, I listened to like a minute of this. Where was it? Here. Oh, I didn't put my timestamp in. I was like 3 minutes into this video. 3 minutes into this video, and I already realized that he was hypocritical and he refutes his own arguments at every turn. And that's without even seeing this whole thing, listening to the first 3 minutes and realizing I needed to watch this on stream, I instantly knew that this was going to be one of the biggest dog shit videos I'd ever heard of, because the dude literally puts himself in the worst positions by not doing the minimal amount of research required.
Wow, what amazing prospects. Take it from this Nick guy. Idubbbz should definitely step up and help his friend out. Just like how Nicholas stepped up and helped Chud Logic pick up the slack after he stopped orbiting Destiny.
And he was put in a position where he can either eat...
Whoa, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to Idubbbz and Ethan, right? Okay, so so Chud steps out before all the facts are there, right? Before all the facts are there, and before, like, the victims have came out and stuff. It makes Chud look bad, and Nicholas steps in, like, again, Nicholas has refuted this, put the context behind this, so it's a different scenario entirely or whatever. I don't know all the ins and outs with this, because I covered the Destiny situation completely separate from Nick. I didn't want his perspective. I wanted to get my own perspective on it, and I started with the President Sunday video, moved to the Willie Mac video, because I wanted to also cover the fact that President Sunday was fucky with his coverage, and Later I found out the context behind this, but let's just put it in like the baseline like retard context that you're going with here. Okay, so he sees his friend cover a drama that isn't ready to be covered, doesn't have enough information yet for it to be rationally covered and not make you look bad. He sees his buddy cover it and getting a lot of hate. He steps in to help. Same thing Ian could have done. Ian could have disagreed with Ethan on everything, but he still could have been there to say like, hey, Ethan doesn't deserve this type of harassment for a difference of political belief. Like, it's so simple. It's so fucking simple. All you have to say is, hey, my ex-editor is being a real scumbag by targeting Ethan's kids. You should stop that. I have blocked him and disavowed him, and I want everybody to know this is disgusting, even though I disagree with his political beliefs. And also, Boblax is non-binary.
Shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of the slack and like help him out. Right? To keep him afloat.
Nick, the helping hand. I guess you can say Chud Logic is a Nick orbiter now. Not because Chud Logic hog rides Nick the way Nick hog rides Ethan, but because Nick is so fat he has his own gravitational pull. I think Nick...
He's fucking fat and ugly, bro. We got him again. Fat and ugly. You win. This is exactly the... This is the best point in the whole video, dude. We got him again. This is like 87th time you've talked about how fat and ugly he is. This is... Oh, dude. All your other points are easily refutable, but not this one. Not this one, goddammit. He is fat and ugly. And that's what the hill we got an eye on, boys and girls. He wins this this channel destroys him. This channel destroys Nicholas DeOrio. Nicholas DeOrio should delete both of his channels. They're both dog shit apparently, because he's fat and ugly, bro.
Molesting everything funny that smaller creators come up with is by far the worst sin of them all. You're the ultimate raped, Nick. You hog ride both larger and smaller creators than yourself, and you steal their bits because it makes you look like you're chummy with all these guys who you know. I don't give a fuck if these creators are okay with you stealing their bits. I am not okay with it, and this is my video. Fuck you. I hate...
This is so gross. This is a gross video. This dude's a gross person. He's a disgusting individual. I'm sorry. This guy's like one of the most disgusting individuals I've ever found on YouTube, and I'm sorry, this guy's just so bad. Like, here's my problem too. If I'm gonna get like a little political, I've made a lot of jokes, but my problem with a lot of the things that Hamas and the Houthis do is because they're so tyrannical in their regimes, and they're so evil that like other countries in the Middle East come out to speak out against them, but yet I'm supposed to support a group that makes people who are Muslim look bad, right? Like, you're gonna tell me that it doesn't, and you're fucking lying, dude. Like, I have to like battle so much misinformation that's spread on a fucking daily about like Islam and stuff because of people just people in like conflating Hamas and these fuckers like ISIS and Hamas and the Houthis and Hezbollah being absolutely disgusting because they're extremists and they're radicalists, and because of that I have to combat that on a daily. So get the fuck out of here, bro. I hate these people.
This guy.
I don't like this guy. In fact, I hate him. I don't say that I hate...
Who is this?
I don't say that I hate content creators very much, but I hate this guy. I think he's dog shit. I think this is the worst thing I've seen on YouTube in a long time. Let's read some of the comments. Let's have some fun here. Oh, great. I've been tricked into watching another white guy essay on Palestine. That is perfect, bro. It's a joke. What's a joke? Or it's a joke like the... Oh my god, this is great, dude. This is the angriest I've ever seen someone be openly for-profit commentary. That's great. That's dumb. The vax thing is dumb. I hate when people do that. Oh, you voted for Biden. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you voted for Trump. Oh, stupid. Lame. Somehow equating Nick not wanting to out Pixie as a victim who didn't want to be named publicly until President Sunday forced her out without consent to Ian being a shitty friend. Absolutely. This is exactly what it is. I can't determine if this is satire. It's like Like, this is not satire. This is so dog shit, dude. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nick does not snicker at his own jokes. He heartily laughs at them. Dude, again, dude, guys spreading misinformation. I mean, like, and he never once talked about the fact that Nick keeps dodging my sumo wrestler, my sumo fight. Like, he won't acknowledge the fact that we're supposed to sumo fight. It's honestly disgusting, and I think that he doesn't realize how many children he is starving by not having this giantly for-profit event. It's my child. My child is eating fine now, but think about how plump my baby could get with all the food we could make off of the money from me and Nick sumo wrestling. Like, I don't think she would ever starve, but there is a point that I think she could be fatter. She could be a fatter baby, and because he won't sumo wrestle me, we will never know. To be honest, you shouldn't insult people. Oh, cringe. Oh, and sound like that. Okay. He came back and wanted for a like. Dude, you can make fun of anybody on how they look. You can make fun of me for looking like a weird bearded homeless guy. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Why do you fear bees? We can be what? This is hilarious, but not for the reasons you think. Based. Disgusting that you're making a video while people are honestly considered. Yeah, dude, why haven't you stopped the conflict in Gaza yet, McMad? You like, dude, what is stopping you? You need to go. You need to fly over there, dude. You need to save the world. Like, without you making, like, I understand you think you're doing your part by making videos, but I think you need to do more. I really think you need to do more. Oh Jesus, I've never heard somebody cry this hard. I hate when people bring up subs counts. It means nothing. This means fuck all. Who cares? It's just a lame fucking thing. Oh, because they're a small YouTuber. Like, it's just it's not a funny response. The brother is mad. He hasn't been enjoying the Ethan Hasan Destiny meal lately. That's all his channel's been, has been making fun of those three. So, but we missed Idubbbz. Surprise! This is about surprise. This is about Palestine. Yep, dude. This is fucking what the slop. That's a good one. Another Bowblax alt account, dude. This could be Bowblax, dude. Because again, dude, the most important part is the only reason that Nicholas DeOrio is mad at Bowblax is because he's non-binary. You sound like a grifter. Leafy had a kid. Leafy would have actually been funnier. He would have had better points. LL Blowbacks was not even open non-binary when he made that tweet. Yeah, dude, like, it's just the timeline. This dude swept in, like, lied by omission throughout the entire video. I don't know. I think I'm bored with the comments, but this is just so bad, dude. This is like the most shit video I've ever seen. I've only had one other video that was this bad, and it was like an art video where the dude just made like the worst art points ever, and I'm not even like an art guy, and I realized that it was just a dog shit video. I had that video on my channel. I think it's called the worst manga video I've ever seen. But this is just atrocious, bro. Like, this is just like the worst thing. Please don't post videos anymore. That's the best response, bro. This is so bad. I don't know how you could have made this video. Dude never brings up CPS. He never brings up any of the actual crucial details that would give Nick any charitability, any at all. He refuses to do that. Even though I don't like Hasan, I vehemently don't like Hasan. Even I will be somewhat charitable to him. When I cover like Ethan and Hasan, and I talk about how Ethan's mad about the fact that Hasan won't censor his chat more, I'm against chat censorship. I just let it go crazy. I let it go crazy. That's why I don't put it on screen when I'm streaming, because I don't want to be responsible for it. Something somebody says popping up on my screen. I can read it over on the side here just fine. I can read it on the side, and my life's fine. I don't have to worry about any of this. I don't have to like freak out because somebody said something that might get me banned. I don't have to worry about it, and I also don't have to censor it, which I'm like completely cool with. And I don't like that's you. Ethan utilizes that as a weapon against Hasan because I'm a big free speech guy. So I think that's a retarded position to take, and I think that that's something that like I will throw charitability in Hasan's direction over. I think that when charitability is needed to be given, I give it. This guy didn't do any of that. He came in with extreme malice and purposely misconstrued and misrepresented every single situation over the last like year of drama in this 17-minute video to try to make Nick look as bad as possible while actually looking like a complete dipshit. He started the video. You can't start the video off by talking about how unintelligent you are and how you refuse and how your somebody's fan base is like complete idiots and doesn't understand how to do actual research and how to actually read and stuff, and then go through and not do any research, not do any sort of like setup for a video like this that you edited. You took time to edit, to sit down, put this together. It wasn't like a live react. You don't get any charitability there. You sat down and edited this and misrepresented every single point from beginning to end. And I purposely set up things here in this video so that when I reacted to this, I could add more context than you were willing to do. I, in this one stream, did more fucking legwork for your shit fucking research than you've done on your entire channel, and that's sad and pathetic, and you should delete your channel. That's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry that I got so angry, and so dude, I crashed out, bro. It's a King Jiffy crash out, bro. But yeah, I crashed out, I guess. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, and I like you all. And Nicholas DeOrio, when are we sumo wrestling, bro? Quit dodging me.